Hi. I hope that you enjoyed a lunch break and got energy for the second part of the day. We're going back to the HR troubles and complexities many of you are facing on a daily basis. And oftentimes, it is declared that HR plays an important role as a strategic partner to business. But do stakeholders in organizations really see HR as a strategic partner or just as executors? Irena Domjanovic from Gecko HRM will break down the process of choosing the HR system, and she has put together a compelling business case for you to successfully convince your internal stakeholders to secure your investment. Irena, welcome.
Hi, thank you, Melissa, so much. How are
Thank
you?
you for joining us. I'm doing great. How about you?
Oh, well, I'm doing also great. I've been following some of the sessions on your wonderful conference. It's really so interesting. And I'm very grateful. You're talking a lot about HR tech, which is kind of a nice intro into my presentation. So I'm looking forward to people collecting a lot of knowledge about how HR tech is very important. And now we come to the theme of, how to convince, after you have been convinced, how to convince others. So I'm looking forward to talking about that. And let's get to it.
Yes, let's get to it. The screen is all yours, Irena.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Let me try to share my presentation, which sometimes can be a challenge. So I hope you're getting this. And let's get into it. So, hello, everybody. Once again, my name is Irena Domjanovic, and I am managing director of Agilcon, who is a company that is bringing you Gecko, which is all around HR solution dedicated to modern companies which really want to do well in their with their HR processes. So basically, my background is in management. I've been working as a telecom professional for a long time, a lot of years, dealing with sales and marketing and customer experience. So I'm not an HR person per se, but as a manager in my career, I have held a large number of executive positions in the telecom industry here in Croatia. I've really been quite involved with HR processes and HR managers, and I really think that I can give a good perspective on what a stakeholder in company and how they can help you as HR professionals to build a strong and compelling case for HR tech, which is obviously something that you need. So really just a few words about our company. I will not take too much of the time introducing us, but just that you know who we're dealing with and who you're talking with. You can find a lot of information about us on our webpage and on our booth, because we are here with our booth on the conference. So basically, we're a company that's 100% dedicated to Salesforce implementations, and also Gecko as a HR system is built on Salesforce. The reason why we always focus on this information and emphasize this quite a lot is because we really believe that Salesforce is a supreme technology which brings enormous advantages to all that use it for whatever purposes you use it, be it marketing, be it sales, be it HR. So we are very proud to be the largest Salesforce partner here in the region and to bring you such supreme technology and work with you on all your marketing, HR, and marketing needs. Right now, we have over 50 customers using Gecko in the region. Some of the biggest companies here in the region, in Serbia, in Croatia, in Slovenia, are using Gecko. So now we're dealing with over 10,000 daily users of our application. But let's get into our topic of today. As we said, the topic is how to build a compelling case for your HR system. And why is this topic important for you, in our opinion? So basically, we think HR is a strategic function in the company. And also, HR teams are determined to be perceived as such and that they are adding strategic value to their business. And we strongly believe this is the case. And a lot of people say that this is the case, but is it really something that is given enough budget when you come down to it? What we want for you is to be able to show to your management, to your stakeholders, how you can use technology and advance how you manage and develop your people and how you can extract value from all of the newest technologies that are available on the market, be it cloud computing, be it analytics, be it artificial intelligence, and all other wonderful technological advances and all of the other advantages that you have in this wonderful new age. So we have done a little internal survey with our customers, and what we have seen that forward-thinking HR leaders really do see the advantages and extract a lot of value out of HR technologies. Over 45% are planning to increase their already what they're spending on HR technologies. And those that have invested have seen a 50% overall improvement in their company performance. And most important for all, for their HR staff, they have seen 54% of their HR staff time freed to perform more strategic work. And you all know what I'm talking about. All of those tasks that do not bring additional value, all of those things that can be automated and digitized, all of that can be done through technology so that you can focus on things that are really important to you. And that's looking at your organization, developing your people, and making data-driven decisions for your management. So let's look now just briefly into all of the reasons that you might have to invest into an HR system. So of course, there are many, and this is something that each company has to see for themselves. It's very company specific, but of course, there is a whole host of tangible and measurable benefits that are associated with with investment into an HR system. First of all, there is a reduction in attrition. So employees really want to work with a company that listens to their needs, that enables their career advancement, and has a forward-thinking approach. Implementing a new HR system will bring you all of those benefits and will demonstrate that you are committed to creating an agile, engaged organization. With that in mind, you will definitely show improvement in performance. As employees crave attention, they crave appreciations. A new HR system will help you provide a clear path for them toward improving their performance via regular feedback and communication. By following this HR week, I've seen that there is a lot of talk about performance and engagement, how this can be done. But as you know, there are a lot of people that want to do it but don't know how to do it, and maybe this is not something that they do normally, naturally, and technology and system and a standardized process helps them to be on track and do what to some people comes naturally. So this is where I see a lot of advances in technology. It's not just about making you do tasks that somebody set out for you, but it's really about helping you and helping your stakeholder have a really standardized process towards people management. Some of the obvious advances, benefits are reducing recruiting time. As you know, finding the right people right now is really difficult throughout the entire region. I know that we struggle with that, but our HR system, which is of course Gecko, is really helping us, to see all of the candidates and how they compare to one another and make the process really be fast and very effective and reduce the overall time and find the best candidate. I have already mentioned that productivity is a big reason why you should need an HR system. Because if you improve your workplace and workplace experience, you can reduce the time spent of repetitive administrative tasks, and HR system will do this for you. Overall, the employee experience and the boost in engagement that you will experience will really help you with the right HR system to improve this communication across your workplace. You can create a collaborative culture where employees feel confident and will have their say in how the business is run, which, from what I see and what you're telling us, is really important to all of us. And last but not least is to make data-driven decisions. I have followed quite recently, I think it was before the lunch break, there was a session about data-driven decisions, which was really wonderful. And I think this is something that if you can rewatch it, please do. I think that by having your data in a single place, which an average HR system will secure for you, you will have a very clear and unique source of insight into your business, which is important for you, it is important for your management, and it is very important for all of your stakeholders to be able to make smarter, quicker decisions about a range of issues. So what will that actually bring us? It will make you, as HR, the driver of change that we all want. And two important elements for this, for you to remember, are leadership and planning. Those are very important elements if you want to really drive change. Change management is about having a clear vision for the future and also communicate this vision to your stakeholders. As you build a business case, be very clear about how you prepare it and how you support all your individuals, teams, and the business as a whole during this very, very important change. By confidently laying out the reasons why this change is important, the primary needs for change, and the benefits repeated by the business overall, you'll be able to align all stakeholders behind one shared aim and actually sustain the changes that you are making. So, who do we actually need to influence? That's the big question. Of course, for each organization, this is quite specific, but we have chosen here some of the usual suspects. Once you have explained to yourself what the benefits of the HR tech investment are, it is time to identify your key decision makers and how they will respond to your proposition. Some of the, as I said, usual suspects are the tech expert, which is usually your CTO or your IT director. It can be your CFO, your financial director. It can be director of legal or compliance. Some of the key managers, usually those are the managers that manage either a lot of people or somebody that's fighting with you for the budget. And of course, the most important person is your CEO. What I would advise you to do if you want to make a successful business case is to consider all of their interests. Of course, first, really think hard about who they are and then talk to them. See what their needs are, not just in terms of an HR system and what you try to accomplish, but also their overall motivations and their overall goals. Of course, to the measure that they relate to HR. And try to find out through an interview, through observing what they do, what would appeal to them the most, and what a difference would a new system make to them in their working life. And if you get that right, later on, when you will be building your business case, you will have a much easier time of convincing them properly. So let's get into some of the specifics, and let's build a case for your HR tech. And we have done this in very easy steps, 8 of them. And let's say what is the most easiest way for you to do this. If you build a really compelling case by understanding the motivations of your stakeholders, you will have a very high likelihood of getting what you want. So what you want is a well-balanced business case for investment. And here's a quick checklist of what you might need to consider. So as a step 1, of course, each business has its unique set of needs. And you will have to carefully consider what the needs of your business are. You probably have a range of reasons to replace your HR system or implement a new one. And the best way to start is to lay out these reasons very clearly. And we have here, let's say, grouped them into 3 most common groups. One would be your current needs and problems, so the needs that you have right now, and those might be reducing errors in data management if you're experiencing such problems, reducing your recruitment time, and all of the other that you have laid out here. Of course, this list can be very long, it can be very short, it depends on you and what you have. But it's important to think about it clearly and include not only your problems, but the problems that we said of your stakeholders. The next group that I would like you to consider are your upcoming challenges. So what we see quite often is that people think about what their problems are right now, and this is good, but I don't think that's enough. And if you're buying a system and you will spend some amount of money, of course, as you know, there's been a lot of investment in HR tech, and now this tech is not that, I mean, it's quite affordable, but still you will be buying it for some foreseeable future, because it's not always about money. It's always about the energy that you will have to invest into implementing your system, preparing this project and stuff like that. So when you think about, don't just think about your current needs, but think about what's about to happen in the near future or in the far future, if you can think that far ahead. So some upcoming challenges that you may have, for example, improving applicant experience, how to make an onboarding experience more positive, how to manage risk, how to manage fraud, and how to extract some business insight through proactive analytics or artificial intelligence or whatnot. And also the third very important thing, and I've seen this talked about a lot, is to align your employees' goals with your organizational values and goals. I think this is very important and often forgotten, unfortunately. Implementing an HR system is not just about reducing the number of your problems that you're having as an HR organization or organization as whole, but it's also about making a positive experience for your employees. And that is why you have to talk to them as well and see how they would like to have a system. You know, what are the things, how you can make their lives easier while dealing with some processes that you might have within your organization. And that will greatly improve your employee satisfaction. It will positively influence your culture, and it will definitely improve your talent management processes. Regarding the overall vision, I would say you just have to ask yourselves two crucial questions. You know, what it is that you want to achieve, and what it is that your ambitions and how your ambitions will connect with the overall business vision. And once you have that tackled, you will definitely be able to move forward with the step two. Second. Okay, once you have identified your needs and your vision, you can now work with identifying benefits and defining what success will look like. So basically, you know, thinking about the future, what is the bright future ahead of us? There are so many benefits of upgrading your HR system and investing into the latest technology, but you should give careful thought of how these benefits specifically relate to your business, and then outline them very clearly in your business case. So here are some examples. It can be workforce visibility, it can be enhanced productivity, it can be improved workforce experience. So basically, based on your needs, let's just lay out the benefits and let's just say, okay, this is what we're trying to accomplish. We want 7% talent acquisition labor cost savings. We want 15% people management labor cost savings. We want 30% management and overall labor cost savings. We want reduction in paper documentation. We want compliance to be compliant. There are really a number of benefits, and you should definitely think about what are the specifics for you. When you do that, you will definitely come to this step, and this is step 3, and then which is making the vendor list and comparing them. Investing in a new HR or people system is a major decision. That is why it is very important to research all the vendors and solutions to make a rational, well-balanced decision. When comparing different solutions, some of the key factors to be considered are laid out here. I would say the first one is maybe the most important, is how well do vendors support the current and future business needs. You have to talk to them. You have to spend a lot of time to them to see how they have done this for others. What is the usability of the solution? Are they able to offer you consulting or business processes? Do they offer local support in a language? Are there references? How their customers are satisfied with what they have done, both in technological terms and in business consulting terms? And of course, then you go into the nitty-gritty and you talk about initial cost, you talk about the long-term cost, how easy it is to use the system, how easy it is to implement the system, and how well the system will work with your business systems. the full benefits of an HR system will be extracted if you can really align it with everything that you do in the company. I see that I have a little time, so I'll just be a bit quick about the next steps. Obviously, when you do all of that, you will definitely have to talk about the risks of doing nothing, because this is your greatest enemy, I think. It is the easiest thing to do, just to do nothing and say, look, I've lived with this, what I have now, I will live with it further. But of course, there are very many risks of doing nothing, and a lot of companies that have gone under can unfortunately confirm this. So if you want to stay competitive and be on the right side of the regulation and attract and retain the best talent, you will definitely have to think about investing into tech. And once you've done all of that, then it is time to create a business case. So what we see with HR people, unfortunately, is they are just not used to doing this. A lot of other managers in the company are much better at this because this is what they do on a regular basis. And I would advise you to really up your skills in this area and do a well-crafted business case and demonstrate how your new technology will benefit the organization, what are the expected costs, what are the possible savings and benefits, and really put it all in a paper and in a quite clear presentation and go to the stakeholder. And this is your step 6. Get your management and key stakeholders to buy in. Your business case can be flawless, but if nobody will believe in it and they will not buy in, you will not get very far. So remember to consider all of those needs that we have talked about, the goals and motivations of your stakeholders, and get them involved, and this will make your purchasing process much quicker and smoother. And here are some of the questions that you may ask yourself, when you consider, all of the objections they may have. And second to last step is to make a plan, because even if you convince your stakeholders, they will definitely ask about the next steps. And your plan has to be also flawless. What I would suggest is definitely for you to take the phased approach and really quickly identify the quick wins, something that you can show in the first phases of the project, because the project is not done until it's done. Even if you get your approval, you will have some enemies, and you will have some of the people that will ask, okay, why is this taking so long? We are not seeing any benefits. We have spent this, and you will never get this budget back. So think about easy things first. Think about front-loading quick wins. Think about delegating responsibility, maybe even hiring consultants. Definitely communicate your progress often and keep the key people involved. You want to make them collaborators. You do not want to make them spectators or, God forbid, enemies. Track your success, track your challenges, communicate what you have done, be very flexible because things go wrong, and keep it really simple. Do not overcomplicate. If it's a question about, having 20 features but not actually executing them, or having 2 features done well, do 2 features. That's my advice to you. And lastly, we would encourage you to contact us, contact the Gecko HRM to support you. Visit our booth, because we have a booth here on HR Week. Talk to us directly. My email is available for you, as well as this presentation. Here are some of the additional resources if you want to know about Gecko more. And I encourage you to reach out to us. And thank you for your attention. If there are any questions, we still have some 2 minutes left, and I'll be happy to answer them.
Hi, Irena. This was incredible. Very, very detailed, and anyone can follow. You separate it into steps so that it is a perfect case for each HR to put together and get what they need. Wonderfully done.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
At the moment, I don't see any questions in the chat box, but as you already told all the attendees where to find them, I will repeat it. At HR Expo, Agilcon and Gecko have the virtual booth for all the attendees interested in improving their HR tech processes. So
that's right.
Wonderfully done. Thank you, Irena, once again.
Thank you, Melissa. Thank you, everybody, for your attention. Bye.
Bye. And everyone, now it's time for all of us to go back to the main stage for our upcoming panel on managing digital transformation. As you all know, today is all about digital transformation and innovations in HR. See you in a couple of minutes.